Welcome back to WEIRD HiFi. Been making a bunch of progress, and I wanted to kind of show you all the things I've been working on over the past couple days. So I guess I'll go ahead and start off with mid-bass cabinets. They're all, at least the bottom half, is completed, minus the holes for the mid-bass drivers, the hole for the pass-through radiators, and rounding the edges. And then what I had to do, and this is the sketchiest thing I've ever had to router, probably ever, was to router this edge right here flat. And you were saying, well, it's not a really big deal. Well, it is. As you can see, this curves this way. So it has a curve both on the X and the Y axis. And that creates an issue when you're trying to router this edge completely flat that way. And I needed to create a jig. Had to use Finger Killer 9000 right here. This bad boy is super scary, but I got them routed down, super flush and super flat. And as you can see, this is the front. It tapers or I should say it tapers to the front and then kind of rises to the back. And then you can start seeing the cap. And the cap, and it's kind of hard to see with the clamps in place, but the cap angles and arcs the opposite way. So it starts small in the rear and then gets larger, then transitions to the front. And as you can see, the edge right here is routed perfect. That was a pain. And then, so there's 3 pieces, and this is gonna get routed. It's gonna have a nice taper from high side to low side. And then what I'm doing is I'm gluing half of it to make sure that it sits nice and flush. And then I'll do the second half, which I already have all of the pieces routed for the second half. And so I got that done. The other cabinet is in the same position where I have the first 7 pieces done, and they're all drying, and I'm just gonna let them sit at least a day, maybe a little bit longer, we'll see, before I start the second section. So made some really good progress. And this is when I can start doing some things in parallel. I worked on what is going to be the template for the top cabinet. And this is kind of the front end, and using either the Acoustic Elegance, the TD6 M8A, and using the Fostex 360 FD. And will probably be a tad bit closer together. They're just sitting in place, but you can kind of start getting the idea. Let me move this guy out of the way. Move this monster out of the way. And that is the template. And this being the master, and from here I'll transfer this to maybe to a couple more pieces of quarter, we'll see, maybe just straight to 1/2 inch, and I'll start making different iterations. So I'll make the outer edge, I'll make one that has the inner enclosure mapped out. This arc right here will have an independent piece, as well as this inside piece, because this whole top section here gets painted. This right here will get veneered. This arc right here is just to show where that arc goes. And making some really good progress. The intent is going to be to make this probably about 1.5 inch thick baffle, and then very similarly to how I'm going to have the mid-bass drivers here, which they're going to be trim rings that hide the basket and the screws. I'm going to do the same on this one, so I'll recess it in and have a painted trim ring that will match. Or I might veneer it. Haven't decided yet. I might veneer it. We'll see. But anyway, really good progress. Lots of work going on. Look forward to giving you guys an update in a few more days.